But how will the overnight cues impact the Indian markets? We have our research team joining in with us to set you up for the trade setup for this morning. Good morning, gentlemen, and thank you so much. But, let me start first up. Hormaz, good morning. What are the market cues looking like? What are we watching out for today? How are we setting up for the Indian markets?
Good morning, Winnie. And it's a very, very big week for the Indian markets because some very important global cues that are awaited this week. Four very important ones, to be very precise. The outcome of the presidential election, of course, in the United States, and immediately after, what will the US Fed do? Currently pricing in a 25 bips cut. But the commentary on future action will be more important to watch out for. The week-long National People's Congress has also begun in China. So any potential stimulus announcements also will be watched out for. And of course, the geopolitical tensions that continue to linger between Iran and Israel and any potential impact there on oil prices, with OPEC also announcing that the supply increase that they had planned for December has now been pushed by another month. So now we keep an eye out on the oil prices as well. Well, the Murat trading session was a positive one. It was a good start to the new Samvat. The Nifty ended 100 points higher, but for the week, the Nifty Bank was the one that was the outperformer as compared to the Nifty. The important levels to watch out for, of course, the Nifty remains in that 24,000 to 24,500 range. So the lower levels of 24,073, which is last Friday's low, and the highs of 24,498 remain the two important levels to watch. Of course, then for the Nifty Bank, of course, the 52,350 high that it made last week, that will be the important level on the upside. And of course, the 25th October low, which was around 50,300, will be the one to watch out for on the downside. So it's a broader range for the Nifty Bank. What can further impact sentiment, though, is that the yields continue to rise, the dollar is stronger, and of course, back home, we have enough and more domestic earnings, some all big Nifty earnings lined up this week as well. But overall, all eyes on global cues. The GIFT Nifty is indicating a cautious start for our own markets.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Hormaz. Now, let's go over to Abhishek, who is here with a list of stocks that you should be keeping on your radar today. Good morning, Abhishek.
Good morning. So focus on airlines will be there in trade today as OMC hike ATF prices after 2 months of cut that has been seeing. So ATF price has been hiked to 90,538 per kiloliter from 87,600 per kiloliter that it was there earlier. OMC is in focus. Price has been hiked with respect to LPG gas of 19 kg by rupees 62. NCC, they have received orders worth nearly 3,500 crores. Ashoka Bilcon, they have also bagged an order worth about 312 crores. Ola Electric, the Wahan data shows that they have sold more than 50,000 units and registered about 41,605 units in October. The company says that they hold market share of about 30% in electric two-wheeler segment. HUL, they have completed the sale and divestment of their water purification business, that is Pureit. MOIL, there has been a cut of ore with manganese content of 44% and above by about 7%. NBCC, they have got an order worth about 235 crore from Power Grid, MG KVP as well as SSVV from Varanasi. NMDC, they have come out with the production data wherein the production is at 4.07 metric ton versus 3.92 metric ton that it had the last year. That's about a 3% growth over there. However, the sales have increased by 17% on a YY basis. Gent Technologies, that will be in focus. The numbers are absolutely good. Net profit at 62 crore versus 15 crore YOY, and the margin have also expanded by 470 basis point on a YOY basis. Apollo Hospitals, they will build and operate a 500 bed hospital with an investment of 130 crores. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that. And finally, Sudarshan is joining in with us to tell us which are the important cues in the world of F&O that we should be keeping an eye out on. Good morning, Sudarshan.
Good morning, Winnie. So we had a good start to Samvat 2081 with frontline indices rising up to 1% with mid-cap index outperforming. But we'll have to see that Shubharam that we had on Muhurat Day, do we manage to sustain? Because as of now, GIFT Nifty is indicating a start with cuts for today. Talking about institutional flows, if you check the last 3 days flows, FIs continue to sell. In the last 3 sessions, they have sold almost rupees 10,000 crore, but it was largely offset by DIs, which have bought almost rupees 8,000 crore. On Muhurat Day, we saw a minor buying in index futures of rupees 100 crore by FIs, and with that, long exposure now stands around 23%. Talking about the options, on the call side, major options that were active were 24,400, where we saw addition of more than 5 lakh shares, and for 24,500 call, we saw addition of 4 lakh shares with PM around 103. On the put side, 24,300 was the most active one, where we saw addition of more than 8 lakh shares with premium of almost 216. Now, support for Nifty is seen somewhere around 24,100, which is the recent low, and resistance is now seen at 24,400. Two stocks that I'll be focusing on. First one is M&M, where we saw fresh longs on Mahurad Day, and second is Dr. Reddy's, where we saw fresh shorts building up on Mahurad Day. So these two stocks that might be in the focus today as well.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Sudarshan.